EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. They won't gain up to the 26. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Richardson to throw on play action. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Looking to put a drive together. They run here to to about the 35, second down. And look at this Colt defense. And this unit very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Second and 7. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll find this rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. First and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping it for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Richardson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! 79
Richardson looking to throw this. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And this is taken into 5. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big gain of 39 on third. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. They'll run here to Taylor. And it was stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple more times.
Come on. Ready?
And he takes it in for a good score. Anthony Richardson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they enter play on a 2-game win streak, and then they got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on Rhino.
And this will obviously be a tough game. We're going to play this out right here. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get the heel up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. This unit very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch.
The Colts are going to get it. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And this one incomplete. Down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's going to take the governor off of it?
Maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of it and start to play freely.
His man gets caught for the Steelers touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
Yeah, ready with
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he will be out of bounds here. It will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Second down and a yard.
Back to 11. Here we go.
Play action. Now Richardson. And hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well.
I guess so. Probably so. I ain't no choice.
Room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Going for the deep ball. And he backs it away. And falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. A short one there to Fryermuth. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Again, he'll drop the throw. From left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
The RPO, he completes it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In motion goes the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's There's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Got it. Bronco 80. 79 Broncos.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This taken in by Downs. And he's taken down inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Richardson looking to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That is incomplete. The Colts in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. Now, they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
19 Tiger, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Richardson working from the gun. Short there, caught by Warren. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Ready.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther. Ready. Hawk 7, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Richardson to throw. That pass taken in by Burks. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
19 Tiger, 70. Go.
Back to the air with Richardson. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Shorter seasons, tough
Now the extra point.
and then everything went to the I like this. So
It's now a 14-7 ball game.
14, Steelers 7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for us, Steelers. First down. A gain of 27 on the play. First down.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline. complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And the Steeler first down.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
A shot downfield for Burks. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Steelers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. The snap wasn't great, and this kick is pulled. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change.
Straight bullshit, bro.
His second touchdown of the game.
I don't like this pass in the second straight time. Whether these niggas are good or fun.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that, and you know.
And now it's blocked. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive
Come on,
the case.
man.
One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
How that blue and nigga overthrown?
Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's out of bounds.
Nigga said, yeah, he down the blue meter, but that bitch overthrown. That shit makes sense.
8 that time. And that'll bring up fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll try to do it himself.
Man, what the this nigga?
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready, cut.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
70, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler, Dragon 60. Ready.
Now it's Richardson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, 33 yards. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 21, here's second down and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
You gotta throw the ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He is out of bounds right around the 34. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Back to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Why is it blue and the nigga keep overthrowing?
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Avoids him at the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he isn't getting in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught inside the 15.
Another blue. Nigga trying to throw the ball.
Taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
First down. First down to Pittsburgh.
They run here with Dowling. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Dowdle is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rico Dowdle punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Richardson back to throw it. A shot downfield for Burks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this league. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Drop 60, drop 60.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Cougar 19. Warriors 70.
Richardson out of the shotgun. That is caught. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there.
Little boy.
Second touchdown of the afternoon.
Sorry.
And the Colts add on to their lead.
Can't go to
It's
sleep
looking
yet.
like that win streak is going to extend another week.
19 Crackers, 18 Cardinals. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Richardson will throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's up in it after a gain of 4, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that
Another one. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Good effort there.
All
Trying to
fucking
take a
game.
shot.
All
It's
fucking
3rd
game.
down. They come up now 3rd
I ain't never seen a nigga kick this bad that nigga not even giving that bitch to him.
They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now 3 one-score game here late, you could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, he'll drop the throw. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Steelers first down.
They'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a 7-yard land. The catch is made. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Second down and goal.
On the run, it's Downing. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun.
Man, what the fuck type of animation is that, though?
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance?
Man, what the fuck
right
was
here.
that?
The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf from 8 yards out. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts.
Yeah, let 2 people go. That bit that's on
Out there on the field, those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. T.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving and past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list.
27-yard line.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll run with Tucker. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
They'll empty out the backfield and ready for a 3rd and long.
19, Charger, 19.
Now Richardson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Lions. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, take a bath.
Convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Here comes 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, you gotta jump over his nugget.
Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going to
Incomplete.
This is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, this nigga went in front of the fucking guy behind him.
Had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Okay, great. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Go! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Richardson to throw off play action.
Man, what the fuck?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
I'm saying, what the fuck? Like, I wasn't supposed to be right there.
Play there. 28 yards. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 19-point game. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not want to chew on a poor performance from start to finish. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and the late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's complete to his tight end, Fryermuth.
We got him.
Going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 9 here. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Come on, boy.
So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the right side.
What the actual fuck?
Sauce
Like,
Gardner picks it off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. Extra point forthcoming.
This nigga just threw that bitch to the defender. Do the defense.
Up to 26.
Next to score, Colts 54, Steelers 28. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.